Güey, mi gente, recojan, que ahí viene la policía. Recojan, coño.
And welcome back to the VP
And J
J
Show.
Show.
And J
Yes.
and J Show.
So-
And J
yes,
Show.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Welcome
How's
back.
everybody doing? We're here today after the storms that came here in Florida.
Yeah, thank
Fortunately-
God it missed us though.
Thank God it missed us. Prayers for everybody up there in the Central Florida,
Yes.
the Tampa area. All the people that have been hit twice
In a short amount of
in
time.
a short amount of time.
Well, the up north for Lauderdale got hit with that tornado.
Yeah, there was some
Fucked some shit up.
Yeah,
And
right
over there
before
in
it
Fort
came in.
Myers
Yeah,
as
before
well.
it came
Yeah,
in.
them
Yeah,
people got hit decent, man.
you know.
The one that passed by Fort Myers, I think it came over to Palm Beach. It was crossing over.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man.
But thankfully, everybody that I know is safe. You know, I know not everybody
Even the
is,
ones,
but-
even the ones that were in danger, they're safe. At least is from us three, everybody, all the phone calls we made, everybody
Yeah,
good.
Thanks God, yeah, everybody.
Little minor fixer upper scenarios, but nothing.
Nothing crazy.
You could replace all that shit material for
So
sure.
so never fear. VP and J are still here. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thanks God.
Got no problem. Yeah, got no problem.
Remember to like and subscribe. You know what it is.
And throw a little comment if you want to. Just interact with us.
It's free though, right? It's free.
Everything is free.
Oh, it's
Everything
free.
is free.
It's free.
Everything
Damn.
is free. Everything is
Shit.
free. Everything is
Eso es
free.
gratis, papá.
Everything is free. You know, I don't know much about what is going on there in Tampa. The only little story I do know about is I heard about a little internet sensation. It goes by the name of Lieutenant Dan.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
so let me give you a little background story on this dude that I just found out. So during the first Hurricane Helene, he's like I don't want to say homeless because his home is a boat, but that's all he has. He has no family. I guess he's been homeless. He has nothing, no money, no job, nothing, no dog, no nothing. And like he didn't want to evacuate the first hurricane because I got my boat. I'm not gonna lose my boat.
Yeah.
And he stayed on the boat right there on the shore, which is crazy, but he survived that shit.
Eso fue un barco, un velero, ¿no verdad?
Yeah.
And then like now 2 weeks later, they're like, bro, you gotta leave. And he's like, no, that's all I got. I survived the first one, I survived the second one. And they're like, nigga, this thing is worse. Nigga, this thing is worse. And he's like, nah, I'm not gonna go. They started putting him on internet everywhere, especially from from Florida. He was just everywhere.
Yeah.
And they call him Lieutenant Dan because he's missing a leg. He lives on a boat. He's like, fuck these storms. I'm like that, just like the dude from Forrest
He
Gump.
got hard.
And people are telling him, hey, I'm gonna give you some money. Come stay with us. You know, whatever. We'll take you out. We'll take care of you for a while. Boom. Goes to show. The next day, I found out today, that dude is a hardcore, hardened criminal and shit. Nigga's been arrested like
Oh, no. What
15,
happened?
16 times. He's got a record for a little bit of everything. Maybe can't confirm this because I saw it, but it's just the internet, so you never know. Like being a sexual offender, so you can't even go to a shelter. And it's like these people, without even realizing that
Jeez.
you're ready to
They-
take this motherfucker into your home. You have kids.
They
you
was
have
about to get
whatever.
in trouble.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So fortunately, he was the type of dude that was like, nah, I don't want no problems. Gonna stay right here, this and that. Now I know why he didn't want no problems.
Yeah, he's smart.
'Cause he was
enough.
gonna create
He
problems.
didn't want to be around people.
But like I was saying earlier, you know, just because he was that, maybe he has changed his life around. Maybe he's a better person. I'm not gonna say he's that same person.
With
you know-
God, hopefully.
You know what I
that
mean?
is-
Hopefully he did survive that, thankfully, you know what I mean? So nothing came of that. But I just thought it was funny that sometimes people run with stories without knowing the whole facts about situations. And then you come back and kind of
Yeah,
bite you in the ass.
they were ready to open up his door, to open up their
And then
doors
come back and bite
everything,
you in
man.
the ass, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because imagine that nigga stays at your crib, right? And then the next day you wake up, the first thing you see is his fucking arrest history. You're like, I gotta get this nigga out of my fucking crib.
Yeah, yeah.
Be like, grab that sandwich and you gotta go. You gotta go. Take it to go.
But fortunately, that's all I know, which means, I mean, things got devastated, but for the most part, people left, which is great because in Florida, you know, we get really, like, we fuck around with shit because we've had storms over and over again, and we think, ain't no big thing, but people paid attention. They left Tampa, especially in the evacuation area, so gonna be a lot of destructions. I don't think there's gonna be many deaths as compared to Helene.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
a lot of people, I think they did what they had to do, you know.
Yeah, I mean the number of death based on the news this morning, they're not that
Oh, I didn't get to
significant.
see it.
Yeah, nah, I know for sure there was one family that they're all deceased right now. It was a family of 4.
Oh, wow.
You know, it was a little trailer that kind of flipped over or whatever. But besides that, you know, I kind of got out of bed and I was moving around, so I didn't continue hearing. Hopefully the number doesn't really be that
condolences to those
significant.
Yeah, that's one thing I did see though. I saw like a small interview part from like Charlamagne the God, where some guy from down Tampa was like calling in emotionally, like, bro,
Oh, yeah, I
they
seen
want
that
people to
one, too.
leave and do this, but nigga, I can't afford to go anywhere. I don't have a car, I don't have money for gas, I don't have nowhere to go, no place and stuff. Like, what are they gonna do for us? And nigga was like emotional, crying, stuff like
yeah,
that. It's
he
true.
was talking about and then the government ain't doing nothing.
Like they tell people,
Nah,
they tell people to leave, but
yeah,
like
nah,
not
they-
everyone can afford to leave. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they say all this money they spend on FEMA, and you know that all this money been given to all these immigrant and people coming in and all this, but you know it was crazy. You were like, damn, they can't even get us out of here, but you giving all these people what couple of thousands
to the people in Europe,
food
Ukraine,
stamp,
all
couple
this
of
stuff.
thousand
Yeah,
and another thing.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
He almost choked crying, and I felt him. And then I seen the comments. It was crazy too. Over there. People almost cried too listening to.
Yeah, because when you have nothing and there's really nothing you can do, like, what's up? What are you gonna do for me?
And I love what Charlamagne did. That people comment on that too. That he looked at whoever be editing. He said, "Man, don't edit that shit. Leave it just like that, for people can understand and hear this. This what the government don't want you to see and hear. You know what I mean?" He said, "Don't edit nothing."
Right.
And I'm glad, nigga, that we heard it right.
I don't know if y'all
Yeah,
boys
it
saw,
really
but
is.
most of the roof for the Tropicana field was torn off.
Oh, I missed that one.
I was telling my wife yesterday or the night before last, when the news started posting that they were gonna have first responders staying in there. They had the whole field full of bunker beds or whatever, and I was like, "But hold up."
Damn, and the roof went off.
I'm like, "Hold
Not
up." But
completely, but yeah.
I'm like, "But that stadium, that stadium is old as shit.
It is. It's old.
That
It's
shit ain't gonna sustain." And I hope I didn't call it into existence. I mean, I'm only one voice. Although it comes with positive energy all the time, so I don't think that was the root of the cause. But I was telling him, like, not there. I mean, it's big because it's a baseball field. Of course, you could put, I don't know how many goddamn beds in there and have them ready to go out there and help, but not there. And of course, lo
Well,
and behold,
they had
shit
The roof almost
gone.
came off.
Gone.
They had the whole floor, the whole ground filled up with bed after bed after bed. Not for people to come during the storm. It was for people to come after the storm if they had no place, if their home was torn away and stuff like that. But that place was destroyed. That's not a retractable roof. That top part is like, I don't know, kind of like going to the beach and putting on your own like.
Yeah,
like
that's
it
just
ain't
not
hard
it.
like
It's
that,
not
you
it.
know?
It's not it.
You
It's
know?
not it. It's not it.
Damn, it's that bad.
Yeah. And then I saw, you know what's crazy? I saw like a bunch of posts from people, not the direct posts, or when people react to it, of like people saying like, you know, I don't wish bad on anyone, but it's funny that like God decided to push all these hurricanes on a red state for all these MAGA lovers so they can go and die. Like less people that we don't want around. It's like, motherfucker, it doesn't matter whether you're MAGA or if you're liberal, you don't want people to die. Nigga, what's wrong with you, dog?
Man,
That's
listen.
fucked up.
That's why it go back to the same guy you said, the one captain, whatever, with the one.
Lieutenant Dan.
You see, because people didn't even want him to die and be hurt in that little sailboat. You know, like, hey, come with us and you can have.
But for
shelter.
people to say, damn, it couldn't have happened to a better state than Florida, come on, dog.
Nah,
Really?
that person is crazy.
There's been a few people. You know what I mean? And maybe it's one of those type of things where some people believe that maybe those storms were like a natural disaster. Maybe it was something created by the government or man-made.
Man,
Which is not
it's a
my
lot
type of belief.
Conspiracy theory, man. It's a lot of shit out there, man. I think it was kind of made, though.
Like in what sense? Explain to me that situation.
It's a lot of proof, dog. I'm telling you, dog.
But I would need to hear it.
Man, you gotta
You gotta
watch
give
these
me something.
videos. For
No, I understand, but you can't break down anything, huh?
Nah, it's too much, man. It's just like y'all know about the machine all the way in Alaska that made the clouds. So they got 2 more down south. That's what I'm gonna say. You gotta do your little research. But trust me, dog. How can people? You could write something and throw it out there, maybe in the Bible or whatever. Or sorry, people probably want to hate me for this saying it, but not or anywhere else do video prediction. Oh, this might happen or this might happen, and then the same thing happened. Yeah, I believe in science, but I believe in how it's bad things, spirits, and all this out there in the world that people want to do bad and hurt other people. So some predictions, you just gotta really look at them and see what it is. You know
Is
what
it
I
a
mean?
prediction or is it a conviction? Right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a
At
prediction
least,
or conviction?
at least for me, when he said, y'all people know about the machines that make clouds in Alaska, no, I don't know about that. If he said there's 2 more down south, I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that at all.
Right, I got to look into
No, I
that too
don't.
because
I don't know anything about
I'm not,
that.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
sit here and lie either. I've never heard of it, so I would have to look into that shit and see what is that all about. Yeah, we have to look into it. we have to look into that because at the end of the day,
Right there.
we have it's a documentary here that V is presenting to us. This particular video right here is 10 years old, from 1995. It's a documentary.
Was that HARP?
It's HAARP. Right. So we
What's the machine called? What's the place?
no.
called? Sorry, the place?
The video is titled the video is titled on the HAARP.
How you pronounce that?
No, it's
No,
not.
there's no
It's just
pronunciation.
letters.
And no
It's-
pronunciation. So when you guys have a chance, you know, after you're done with our episode, y'all could go ahead and watch it because I haven't, and I'm gonna do so in a little bit once we're done here. But I just cannot believe everything that we see out there, man. People, the same way there is conspiracy theories, there's channels out there and things to make us believe what they want us to believe. So we
Yeah,
have to
of
be
course.
careful.
That
There's,
is true.
there's a fine line between that.
And sometimes I think that people like want to find a reason for like natural occurrences. Like, damn, why was I the one that got struck twice and stuff like that? And
Oh, we
instead of-
all second guess
I know,
ourselves
and
sometimes.
instead of
Why
thinking
me?
like, oh, maybe it was just the way of the world. People want to think, damn, somebody must have done that. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Was it God that wanted to punish me twice? What it was?
not
Right.
punish you. I don't know if that's the words like to
No,
use, but-
people sometimes second guess themselves. Like, oh, is it karma? What did I do wrong to deserve this? It's just a mind thing. You know what I'm saying? So, if you see something happening like that,
Yeah.
you might want to look into it. And then you got these people out here that make a living out of that. And like again, this video was made 10 years ago. Who's to say that somebody didn't see that and
10
want to
years
follow
ago.
up on that?
That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I would say, look, it's not my belief at all.
25 years.
Not my belief at all. I'm very different in that type of way. But I would say,
No, but it's a lot.
I know,
it's a lot
understand.
of other
But listen,
stuff.
hold on. I would say, hold on. If you want to watch the video, watch the video. Draw your own conclusion. I'm always study and learn more.
Yeah, that too.
And I would say, get your own conclusion from the things. Maybe in a thing like me, maybe not. But that's what I want from people. Not from people telling you this and that. Go ahead and see what it says.
Go see
And take your own conclusions out of that.
Make your own assessment of it.
Exactly. I have my own feelings about those things. It's the exact opposite of that, but you know, I'm not gonna force people to believe it. That's just the
we're
way I
not
believe.
I mean
Nobody
that
to
that 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 goes with everything, man. That goes with political nominations. That go with religious belief. It goes with everything. So you cannot really
Yeah.
force nothing down somebody's throat.
Listen, I heard something like that along those lines of some people saying like, "Oh, it was a government because it's led by Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. That since the elections is next month, it was important that these two storms happened at a red state to kind of fuck with the people who are able to vote." You know, you hear things like that. That's what I've heard.
That's ridiculous. Because I'm gonna tell you like this.
But it'll be ridiculous. I mean, you can't say that's ridiculous because
But
reading
can it be
that
true?
would be ridiculous as well if you want to
Right,
think
no,
about
no,
it like
but what I'm saying is
Yep.
that it's ridiculous in the sense of my belief, right? Why I say and I express myself as it being ridiculous is because is it really gonna stop people from voting? If you really want to go out there and vote, is it really gonna stop you?
that. If you have more important things to do, like in Florida, in
It might
Tampa,
change
like,
your mind.
like in Florida, like damn, I'm more concerned about making sure I find a home, find food, find a new place to stay. That's the most important thing. Not going out and vote.
I mean,
Yep.
I could see that. I could see that spectrum of it. But then again, any candidate, not to say a particular party, any candidate with something to this magnitude happening could go on a podium and say, I'm going to help everybody that's been through this hurricane, right? So now you're selling yourself that you're going to be able to sustain or help out these people that are in desperate need, and those people are going to go vote for you. So it's really, you're not going to stop nobody from voting. Like a hurricane is not going
Right.
to stop nobody from voting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's not. If you really want to go out there and vote, you're really going to go out there and vote. Now, if
It's not
you're
gonna stop nobody from voting.
Right.
Sorry, Pete, but it might change. It might change some people's mind who to vote for.
But that's
Well-
what I'm saying. But that's why I said if there's a hurricane and they did it with the mentality of deferring a particular color in a particular state, right? The opposite color, the one that quote unquote did it to affect the other color,
Yeah.
that color that's being affected, whatever color that may be, could go on a podium and say, I got you. I see what y'all going through. I got this. Come vote for me. I got you. So in reality, you kind of like doubling up.
Because
You're doubling up.
look, because you know that Florida is a red state,
Right.
but the part where there's most like Democrats is actually in Miami because there's most like celebrities and stuff like that. It tends to be like that. The rest of the state happens to be pure red. So like, if people say like, why not hit Miami? Why not hit Miami? Is because Miami is the part that has the most Democrats. We don't want to fuck that part up based off this fucking theory that people are talking about. So let's hit up the rest of it, which is completely red.
I mean, then these motherfuckers are controlling a hurricane with a motherfucking remote control. Then now,
I don't believe. No, I don't believe this. I don't believe any of this.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because now, if we're gonna go into that shit that deep, like you really behind
It's a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm
you really watching the shit. You really controlling it with a remote control.
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, but I'm
PlayStation 4 controller.
It's a lot of stuff in this world that we don't even believe it or can even comprehend to even put it into place. Like, oh, this can exist because we haven't seen it. But it's a lot of things out there that that it says that only because we haven't seen it. It's not true.
But the same way you're saying that all that stuff could be lied.
The opposite is true.
Yeah, you don't know that because okay. Now if you go in there, or you got a relative that's in there, and your relative is telling you this, or you lived it because you're part of that, you'd be like, okay, well now we're talking.
Yeah.
But you cannot sell your soul basically based on whatever these people showing you.
All right.
You can't do that.
But I will tell you this one thing real quick before. Sorry to cut you off. You're gonna say something. Whether it's true or not, y'all motherfuckers picked the wrong state to try to fuck with. Cause Florida is Florida strong. I'm gonna tell you like this. It don't matter, nigga. We survive through everything.
If that's the case.
That's what I'm saying. Like, whether it be yes or no.
Yes,
wrong
amen to
motherfucking
that.
state. Do it out another red state. Nigga, in Florida, we survive everything, motherfucker.
Yes,
We can
sir.
make it through anything. We are Florida strong.
You don't gotta be cursing.
305 strong.
motherflower.
I'm just saying.
But I feel what you're saying.
Listen, this show is for adults. In the real world, motherfuckers curse. I'm just being like that. You know
Let's
what I'm saying?
get
Like,
No,
and you gotta be like this. Like, hey, real quick, the opinions and comments from Jay don't represent the rest of the staff here. You know, everyone is entitled to an opinion. So,
Yes.
on that note,
Yeah, no, and definitely we have a very close friend of ours, almost brother. He's red. He's red. Bombillo's red, man.
oh,
He's
I
red.
think it was right there. Like, he's an Indian.
No, he's red. He's red, and the world got me bent. If my brother's over there, and
No, we got him.
and not to say I'm only blue, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say, based on feeding off of what you just said, we don't care about colors here, man.
Yeah.
Whoever need us, we out here. You know what I'm saying? I was just picking up sandbags the other day, right before the storm, and there was a guy that he didn't tell me he was red. I didn't tell him I was blue, but you could just tell. And it was like, oh, how can I help you? And let's go. And he was helping me. I'm helping him.
Yeah,
and then it was an elderly white. It was an elderly black lady, man. He was a white man,
Hey, absolutely.
and he's like, hey, listen, okay, so we're done. He told me just like that. We're done. Now we gotta go help her. I'm like, let's go. What we doing? We started carrying her bags of sand.
That's it.
And she's like,
That's
oh,
it.
but thank you guys. And he told me just like this. He's like, oh, we gotta continue doing a good deed, right? But mind you, he helped me first when I first got there.
Yeah.
So I said, man, you got one up on me. He's like, what do you mean? He said, I told him, because you helped me, now you're gonna go help her, but I'm only helping her. You know what I mean? So it's like we made it a thing, because now you got two deans on me, I only got
And
one.
I got one,
So
yeah.
it's like, okay, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Right.
run it. Let's get the job done, man. You know what I'm saying? So as we split, as I'm backing up my car, I saw another lady, because now I got that in my head. I owe somebody one. So I'm backing up. And I see a lady there, and I'm like, señora, you know how can I help you?
Yeah.
No, para ver si me ayuda. Yo estoy aquí con mi familia, whatever. I said, vamos. Me desmonté del carro. I started carrying bags. Let's run it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, así es que
She's like, ¿de dónde tú
hacerlo.
eres,
Hay
mijo?
que hacerlo.
She's like, ¿de
That's what
dónde
I'm
tú
saying,
eres, mijo? You Puerto Rican? I'm like, no, I'm
Look.
Dominican. She's like, oh, my husband Dominican.
Look,
Oh, let's run
At
it.
the end, what matters is that we're all human. You know what I mean? It's not like what
That's
you
it.
represent, what you stand for.
That's
Like,
it.
hey,
Thank you.
I got more love for my brother P, who happens to be blue, than most people out there. I don't care what the hell you are. You can be Crip, you can be blood. It don't matter to me.
Right.
Yep. And that's not what he mean. He talking about political.
You know what I mean, dog. You know what I mean?
But now that he said that, it's
Oye,
funny.
la moca.
It's funny how the two gangs are red and blue. That's crazy though. I ain't never. Yeah.
But it's all that's all.
We're gonna
That's all.
It's all relative.
It's all mad because of something though.
Yeah, we gotta take a little break because our brother
Yeah,
P
we'll
over
be
here
right back.
he's gonna crip walk his ass over there to the bathroom real quick. You know.
We'll
I will be
in a
back.
few.
We'll be
Trying
back.
to pay some of these bills, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we back.
Back
Commercial.
again, like you said, we never left.
You know what I mean? Shout out to A&A Mini Market. But, you know, we were talking about the all this conspiracy and the hurricanes and all this. So what you guys think about the video?
The video, like again, I'm the type of person. It's not gonna convince me that much. It didn't convince me, but I'm that
Yeah,
type
I
of dude.
feel
And
you.
it takes a lot.
You gotta
for
watch
me
it.
at
You gotta
least,
watch
know what I mean?
yourself.
I feel you.
But again, I kind of skimmed over it. It wasn't something I paid that much attention to. But real conspiracy,
Talking about
real
comparison.
conspiracy for me at least is this. At least for me is this. Just recently, not even today. I want to say yesterday. If you watch football,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jets, you know they have big thing with Aaron Rodgers and stuff like that. And their coach has been in a hot seat. But damn, all of a sudden after 5 games, they fucking fired coach.
Oh,
Talking
Robert
about the
Saleh.
Jets.
Yeah,
Talking
that,
about
that was
Robert
a, that
Saleh,
was
the
a
coach.
surprise. That was a surprise.
Hold on.
They-
I got the right man to call for that, man.
And they fired the coach.
Okay,
they
make a
fired
phone
coach
call.
Robert Saleh. I'm like, at least for me, coming from the Niners, I'm like a little bit hurt. Like he's not a bad coach, stuff like that. So like, I'm wondering like, what's the real situation for this?
I got the
What's
right man to
real
call for that,
situation
man.
this?
Listen,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
I want to introduce y'all, man, to my boy Cardo. This guy right here.
What up, Cardo?
Before-
Wait. I would say this: you want your real name, you just want your initial, because
Nah,
sometimes
he good. He good. That's
sometimes-
the real name you have to know. But listen,
all right.
when it comes to Jets fan and football knowledge and stuff like that, there's a guy to talk to. It just so happened we're talking about the Jets,
Yeah.
so he the one to ask, man. So
What up,
Cardo, listen, I got my boy V right here.
Get it to me.
I got my boy V right here to my left hand side, my boy Jay, and then you on the mic, man. Talk to him.
Look,
Yo.
Well,
Yo,
what you
what's
think?
good? What's
The
good? What's
question
good?
is,
My question is this: like, I'm not a Jets fan. I'm just a football fan. Like, for me, I feel like Robert Saleh, his job has been kind of done since before this season. It was just a matter of time. And like, was it really because he's not a good coach, or was it because of Aaron Rodgers? Is what I really want to know.
what he think? What you think about the coach getting fired out of nowhere?
Honestly, I think it starts from the top. There's a dysfunctional franchise. It's been since Woody Johnson took over.
He took over at about 2000, I believe. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, 2002, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been right there along with the Browns, Detroit, with the worst of the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron Rodgers, all he did was put the cherry on top.
Okay.
Dang.
Okay.
And what that mean though when he said the cherry on top?
That Aaron Rodgers was, as far with the franchise,
Yeah.
bringing Aaron Rodgers, you just made it even worse.
All right.
Dang.
Okay.
If
So
you look at if you think about it, when before Aaron Rodgers got there, we had the worst defense, right?
Yeah.
It was terrible, correct?
Yeah.
He came in from having the 31st worst defense in the league to having top
Sa-
3.
you mean Robert Saleh? You mean Saleh?
Same thing with Rodgers. He came in, but it was same
Yeah,
thing,
you-
same time.
My fault.
They didn't come in together. Salah was already there before.
Salah,
Rodgers
yeah,
came
it
in.
was Salah, basically.
So yeah,
Right. No, you're right. You're
Right.
right. This is Rodgers' first. Actually, first year because the first year he got hurt.
He got hurt,
I'm
right.
Sorry. Yeah, Robert Saleh.
okay. So he woke up the defense, which is great to me. He did that.
Yeah.
Which that's what they brought in the defensive minded coach.
Correct.
He did what he did.
Yeah.
And then you got to think, you got to think about it. And think about it hard. When this nigga came, right,
Oh.
and this is common sense, the GM did a terrible job. Remember, they hired the GM after the draft. Like, who does that?
Dang.
Who's really running the ship at that point? Then what are you doing? Right.
The owner.
Right, like why would you, if you're gonna hire somebody, you're gonna hire a coach, hire a GM and a coach. They want to hire the coach first and then the GM. How does that make sense?
You're working backwards at that point.
Exactly, and now remember this. Saleh was gonna go with Sam Darnold, but the GM said, "Nah, if I'm gonna put my job in the line, I'm gonna get my own QB." And look who he drafted.
Mr. Zach Wilson.
He got Mekhi Becton. You know, remember Mekhi Becton? A bust. And then he went and got Zach Wilson.
2 busts back to back,
Buses. We're talking about buses back to back.
and not a bus driver.
And exactly, and then you look at it like we're supposed to have one of the top defense, which we still do. We're number 2 defense right now, right? But then the nigga that's supposed to put the icing on the cake was Hezron Reddick. Why the fuck would you negotiate a contract with a guy before the draft and then back down?
Damn.
No, that's fast. That's fast.
Yeah, no. I never liked that sequence, right? Because he wanted out of Philly because they was not gonna pay him, right? So what makes you think you're gonna bring him over here without paying him?
Without talking to him, making
You
sure,
know, yeah.
making sure you have things settled
Right.
before that motherfucker trades.
Right. So again, like coming back to the whole Salas thing, right?
Dysfunctional from the top to the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
But coming back to the whole Salah thing, my thing with that is, right, you look at the defense, you know, he elevated the defense. So now your offense is really playing trash. So obviously we got to look at the offense first. So Rodgers brought in his guy. What was his name? Hackett. He brought in his guy because that's right. Hackett is his guy. So then now Salah all of a sudden conspiracy theory, what people believe, what social media say, we don't know for sure, but it comes to fruition that he wanted to get rid of the OC, and now he gets fired. But the problem is the offense.
But remember, he wanted to get rid of the OC before the season started. Remember?
That's what I was getting at. That's the part I was getting at.
But what even more said, like, you know, now he's right twice. He was right at the beginning of the season, and he's right before he got fired.
And he didn't get fired. He got demoted.
And
So he's still there.
And they still ended up changing the OC.
Right, well, but he got demoted. He's
He
still
didn't
gonna
get fired,
he's
yeah.
still gonna fly with the team. He's still gonna do whatever he wants because he's Aaron Rodgers' people.
Basically, giving free money because just like Randall Cobb and all them scrubs they brought from Green Bay that they were passed.
Alan Lazard.
Alan Lazard, all that, yeah. Well, I mean, so who's the blame here though? So
Alan Lazard is the most garbagest receiver we got in our team.
and he balling, and he's the man. He's the number 1 receiver.
That's
with
the
it,
one that
being
passing
trash.
him the ball the most.
That's that fantasy That's that fantasy wide receiver.
Number 1 receiver, but he gets a lot. Well, prior to last game.
Right. No, my brother, but listen, man, thank you for even getting the call. I know.
And just to put this on top, he gets the most red zone target in the Jets team.
We seen
he's
that.
quote
He
unquote the number 1
He's
receiver.
tall, though. He tall.
Nah, man, but Garrett Wilson, that guy, man. Garrett Wilson, that guy over there. I'm sorry, but my brother, listen, man, I want to thank you for taking the time, man,
Yes,
and
thank
you know,
you.
and joining us real quick. And I appreciate you, man. Every time I got a Jet question, you're the man I'm gonna call.
No, he could stop by whenever.
All right, no problem.
Darling, my brother, appreciate you, man. Thank you.
And let me tell you one more thing.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Even though you know we in the bottom of the bottom, it feels good.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna hang up on you, bro. We almost ended the call nicely, bro. Don't do that.
Yeah, he
I'm gonna
talking
let
about
you finish.
weed.
I'm gonna
Hold
let
up,
you.
man.
He coming sideways right now. I know where he going.
Hold up,
Go
man.
ahead.
Go ahead.
I ain't fucking with you.
Dale, manito, dale.
I told y'all New Yorkers. Y'all New Yorkers stay away. New Yorkers stay away.
He was about to throw it. He about to throw it. He about to say, "Boy, listen, man, we're that guy."
Listen, I'll be upset
We're
about
that
that too.
team.
I'm not even a Dolphins fan, but I'll be upset just because of the state situation.
Hey.
New York is not gonna down talk Miami or South Florida
Nah,
boy, for nothing.
hold up,
for
man.
nothing, nigga. For
My boy,
nothing.
my boy, come hard in the paint when it comes to that Jet.
You know,
And you know, he done a little bit of youth coaching and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we be in the chat, right? He part of the lead that I've been on for whatever. He been longer in the league.
Okay.
And a lot of the conversation be like, oh no, because you know I know this and that's a cover 2 and a cover 3 and a cover, and he know his shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to kind of pull him out of his element when it comes to fantasy football in the chat, because now we're talking shit to each other to now get another perspective from him, right? Because now he's not talking. He was gonna get into that at the closing. He was about to say how good they are, even though they last, and were they better than the Dolphins? I know where he was going. That's why I took I'll hang up on you. But to get him out of the element, to get that notion of football and a fan of the Jets was great, man, for sure. But there's a lot going on back there, and it's sad because you know you went and got Aaron Rodgers. Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers, but that's not it.
Look, and it goes to show, doesn't matter whether it be professional sports or the lowest end of jobs, there's always going to be favoritism amongst people. And if you are a
That's a
favorite,
fact.
if you're a
That's a
favorite
fact.
among people, you're going to be able to protect your people, even if they're not that good or they're trash. And
Oof.
good people will go away.
Because in this
nothing.
situation, when you're putting all your eggs in one basket, that little famous saying that they like to say, they putting the eggs in the wrong basket. A, he old as hell. A, because that's
Aaron Rodgers.
He's old, man. B.
No puede
he
estar mandando tanto
not
para
only,
allá.
not only that. Not only
He's
that.
been proven to be like a problem.
Not
He's
only
been
that.
proven to be a problem.
Wait. That's probably like C or D. B, you haven't shown nothing lately. You know, it's like we're about to. What
Es el
have you
tigre
done
está
lately?
sentado en el fantasy football ni estoy.
See, and it just so happened, and don't take it offensively, because we all probably have a family member, a relative, a cousin, a friend that been through this letter, and it just so happened it landed on this letter because it crossed me right now.
Yeah.
He's a Cancer. So you know what I'm saying? It just so happened
is
that
what
I
it
didn't
is.
see. You know what I'm saying? Not literally to those, you know, that are listening. I'm sorry for.
I was
but
about
he
to
is
say,
a-
damn, he
No, but he
literally-
is a cancer. He is a cancer. When a cancer is something that deteriorates a structure.
Yeah.
It deteriorates a structure, and that's what he does. He comes in and he fucked it up in Green Bay. Guess what? He was mad when they drafted Jordan Love.
Yeah.
And that shit moving over there like nothing happened. Like
And-
they're over there asking who's Aaron Rodgers.
And the part that makes
nobody know who Aaron
the
Rodgers
part
is
that
in
makes me
Green Bay.
laugh about that is same thing happened to Brett Favre with him. And Brett Favre didn't want to fucking like look out for him and stuff like that. And it was hard. So imagine
So he got to change
you
his
had
heart.
that whole issue. Now
That's
someone
what
doing
is
that to you.
him.
Why not take care of the nigga that is going through the same struggle that you have? But instead, nah, fuck, it's my legacy. Fuck all this shit. You know what
Nah,
I mean?
he got to change his heart.
But for me, look, for me, Aaron Rodgers and all that shit, because as an Niners fan, nigga can't beat Purdy. Nigga can't beat Colin Kaepernick. I've never seen him beat my team ever in my fucking lifetime. So fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah, nah. And the thing is that he's really fucking up other people, because Salah, he gonna get paid. I saw I think I saw it the other day on Instagram. It's like $13.30 something per minute, and then they broke it down to like.
he's getting paid $20,000 a day right now.
You know,
right
so,
now.
so when,
he's winning though. Besides
he
that, he's
good.
winning.
But the
Don't
thing,
feel
but
bad
the
for
thing,
him like
but,
that.
but the thing is, when it comes to that the way they did him, right? It's like they escorted him out of the building.
That's
That
what I
nigga
heard.
couldn't-
I was
He
about to
couldn't
talk
even
about
talk to the
it.
team.
I heard about that. They just
Damn.
about the
No,
building.
they just kicked him out like nigga, like you.
No, that didn't kick them out. That they escorted him out with security, which is weird because the previous coach they
What
let
the
him go walk
fuck?
out. Now they saying, well, how did it happen? Was he upset? Was it because he's a big strong dude? They were scared something was gonna happen. So
Nah,
did it happen or
man.
not? No, but that's unconfirmed. That part is unconfirmed. Was really like escorted out.
Yeah.
That's the thing I was saying. But why bring that up if it didn't happen? You know what I mean? Like
Right, and it's like, what is he taking from the organization for you to do all of that?
Right.
Like, how bad was he to the organization?
Right. And-
so when you look at it, that's why LaFleur, whatever his name is from Green Bay, the coach.
Matt LaFleur?
Right. He has enough balls to hold that shit down, and he said, "Nigga, Rodgers, you gotta go." And whatever the case may be, he out. And it just
Yeah.
and the machine keep rolling. Like, it's not about you, especially at this age. You're not 27, my boy. You're not 25.
Yeah, and you're not
Bro,
Tom
you
Brady, dog.
you about to be 41 in December.
Right.
You
And you're not
outta
Tom
there.
Brady. Nigga. You're not throwing through.
And
Look,
he's not Tom Brady.
Aaron Rodgers has not thrown for over 300 yards in like 3 seasons, going back all the way to Green Bay. To let you know what it's about.
So sticking with it. We're gonna stay in the quarterback spectrum of things. I just want to kind of blend things with, one with the other. Mm-hmm. As much as I hate, I take that word back. As much as I dislike
Despise.
Tua Tagovailoa as a quarterback, as much as I do, man, I miss that guy.
But you know what? Here's the thing.
Man, I miss that guy.
You know what makes
Man,
look,
I miss.
look,
I
I
kinda
miss.
do
But look, here's the
I
thing.
miss Tua.
But-
Tua.
He got a quick
Tua,
release.
Tua,
That
I
nigga
miss
got
you.
that
I
on,
miss you.
dog.
I miss you.
Hey, by the way,
God damn.
Tua. You know who misses you more than P? Tyreek Hill, motherfucker. That nigga.
Nah.
Yeah,
And
that is true.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And Tyreek Hill fantasy picks.
Jay,
And Tyreek Hill
Jay,
fantasy picks.
Jay, hell with the picks. If he won in the first round. Hell with the draft picks of fantasy. Hell with Tyreek himself.
Tua got balls coming.
No,
back,
wait. Hell with Tua, Tyreek himself, because Tyreek getting paid every single day. Me as a Dolphin fan, I miss Tua. Like more than fantasy owners.
Right.
But
And
I
look,
miss Tua.
And what
bro.
makes it worse, look, he's not a bad dude. You never heard nothing
No,
bad ever
he's
spoke
fine.
about that motherfucker.
He could be
Nah,
a
he's a
bad
happy
dude.
No,
I
I'm
miss
just saying.
him.
I'm just saying. Like you don't only hear nothing bad ever spoke
Bro,
about
this,
that guy.
this offense, I don't even know where this offense is at right now at this point. And the funny part is that when you look at the division, right? We were just talking about the Jets. They're in last place, but they're not all the way out of there.
Can y'all?
I think we should be like in second or third. I don't even know at this point.
Oh, being out?
Listen.
Huh?
Of being out?
No, I'm just saying in position in the division.
Can y'all
'Cause it's early and everybody has won just enough games.
Can y'all trade somebody for Jameis Winston, please? Because I want to see that for a moment. I want to
No,
see,
not at
I want
this
to see
point.
something real quick.
No, not at
but
this
wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be
Jameis
something?
Winston out here throwing it to Tyreek Hill.
Jameis Winston will be out there throwing it to everybody.
That nigga throw. He throws the ball. That's one thing about Jameis.
Everybody.
Jameis.
He ain't scared to be a quarterback.
Listen,
That's the thing.
listen. I had a conversation with
I hope the Dolphin listening.
in my league. And
Throw that to the
in this league that my boy Cardo's in, right? We have a close friend of ours that he hit me up today about a trade, right? So he's like, let me get Amari Cooper for who the fuck the player was, man. He wanted to give me Zamir White. I'm like, bro, Zamir White? You crazy? Like that nigga, yeah, Cooper hasn't done shit. But he has one more game better than Zamir White. So I was like, listen, now, if Jameis Winston was the one back there throwing him the ball, since y'all mentioned Jameis, I would have been good. Because guess what? Jameis going to throw 100,000 interceptions, but he'll throw 100,001 touchdowns.
Hold on.
He gonna launch that fucking football.
Hold on. And I can tell you this. Look,
He's gonna throw the football.
And I can tell you this a little bit better than that.
Dang.
It's not like that anymore. Because he served under Drew Brees and Sean Payne in New Orleans for a little bit. So he learned a bit more system. Because I follow Jameis Winston because I'm a FSU fan. And yeah, he was like turnover city, but touchdown city, but he's not that same anymore. He's not that same anymore. I'm telling you, give him the chance. Give him the chance.
Before we get to, he's not gonna get the chance in.
He got more discipline.
He's not gonna get the chance in Cleveland.
Well, Deshaun Watson is right now is trash. I would give him the Andy Dalton. I'll give him the Trummy and watch how the offense blows up with 1 week.
1 week.
Give him 1 week. I know because they're gonna look bad. Giving him all that guaranteed money.
That money, that contract is a problem. You can't do it.
There's never been anyone in the history of the NFL that had their whole contract guaranteed, like Deshaun Watson. The whole contract ever.
How much it was?
200 and something.
It was too strong.
But the whole thing was guaranteed. No one ever to this point.
Before we get too far in the division, right? Before we get too far, we have Buffalo at 3-2, Jets at 2-3, and we're at 2-3, and then New England at 1-4. But then again, division, we're 1-1. Buffalo and the Jets are 1-0. So that's the only reason why they're one position ahead of us.
Yeah.
But all of this could change just with one game, right? So the Jets could be in first place with no problem. I think they got Buffalo this week, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So everything could change just within one game. It's not. Yeah, Buffalo is at the Jets. So you got one game differential that could determine a lot. So it's not even a far-fetched right now.
Let me ask you a question.
So the Dolphins got to win and the Jets got to lose.
Let me ask you a question.
Well, the Dolphins on the bye week this week. So
P, let me ask you a question.
You want Buffalo to lose at this point?
That's what I ask you right now. P, as a lifelong, diehard Dolphin fan, who would you prefer? Who's your most hated team in the division?
Yeah,
is it Buffalo?
Jets are more trash.
Is it the Jets? Is it the Patriots? And there's many reasons it could be at different people at different time, but there has to be a whole history for one team. For you personally, at least.
For me personally, I take New England
as your most hated,
just because they won so much. Mm-hmm. The Jets, I'm gonna break it down to you. The Jets,
the fans,
and Buffalo just
they have a long history of just beating.
Yeah, they just man. Listen, Buffalo
going back to Jim Kelly time. And all that
Buffalo went to 4 Super Bowls straight.
Yeah.
And they just lost. They went to 4 Super Bowls straight and lost every single. So Buffalo, the fans could be a pain in the rear end, but they could be friendly too.
Jets. Jets.
But then for me personally, it'll be
the
New
Jets
England.
Are worse than Philly.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, hell no.
I was about to say.
Hell no. We were talking about just the division.
Okay.
The division. So I would say New England based on wins.
Put me at an Eagles game and watch me get arrested. Because I can't stand those motherfuckers.
Hey, listen.
And I ain't that big of enemies to them.
Listen.
They ain't nobody. Just that 1 year, there was one team. Just that 1 year.
Disrespectful.
I'm more of a look. For me, ask me.
Especially for basketball, I think.
Look, ask me.
For both.
Ask me personally, like as a 49ers fan, I'd be like, is it Seahawks? Is it Cowboys right now? Right now, it's always going to be the Seahawks. Cowboys, I hate them back to the 90s. But they always lose to us in the playoffs type of shit.
Yeah.
And I hate anybody from New York because it's just New York, nigga. Just New York. I can't stand those fucking
Listen. You got.
You can't say that.
Like, hold on. I will say this one thing. You know how I say like everybody stay away? If you want to come down here and like you want to fight, let's go. Let's get it out.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. The Eagles.
I'm just fucking with y'all. Y'all niggas big. Y'all niggas big though.
The Eagles have if not the worst, damn near second worst fans ever. Like it becomes beyond the
you
game
mean
at
like
that
toxic.
point.
You mean like toxic?
Right,
Yeah,
they
they
become beyond the
disrespect.
game. It's like it's not. There's no need for that, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in
I think that
games.
might be number 2.
I've been in games, and it's every fandom that comes here, cause there's no more teams more southern than ours. There's no
Yeah.
team southern than us.
Yeah,
We're like the
no.
last team, right?
Yep.
Not Tampa Bay, not nobody. We're the last team in the South.
Yep, Miami, the Dolphins.
In the division.
Heat.
So no, I'm
Panthers.
no as a whole.
Right.
As a whole.
Houston is close, but it's not.
No, we got them. We the
I
we
know,
the
I
further
know,
one.
I know.
So when every team comes
Well,
down here and we're winning,
it depends on conspiracy where you think the
The
United
U-
States is really
or is it flat or a circle or shit,
moved
whatever.
and stuff like that. I'm just saying.
So
saying.
I tend to kind of, when we're winning, obviously, because if we're losing, I shut up. So when we're in the game and we're winning, I like to stand up and tell people, take I-95 North, and I just be, but it's a fun thing, right? Like I will never disrespect nobody.
Yeah.
When you get to that point that you gotta be, putting your hands on people, at that point it doesn't matter. Them players not worrying about you, bro.
Yep.
Like what you doing, people be.
Well, let me tell you one thing. I've been to many
Yeah, it's
Dolphins
too
games.
much when the
The
people
only
trying to
fans
fight.
that ever wanted to fight me just because we're just talking shit. I'm not getting disrespectful. I'm just like, you lost, stuff like that. The only fans that ever wanted to fight me was Pittsburgh Steelers fans and
There are-
Baltimore Ravens fans.
Listen,
You were there. Well,
I was a
Raven
V was
fan.
there for that. V was there for that. They're like,
I was gonna tell y'all, is Pittsburgh.
not disrespectful. They just wanted
No,
to fight.
I'm sorry. You got the Eagles, and whatever chronological order you want to put them. It's Pittsburgh, Eagles, and Baltimore. The Raiders are in there a little bit. They don't know how to act.
Oh, but Raiders fan, they
Yeah, I can
that's
see the
that's a
Raiders.
fucking fandom. That's a fandom though.
yeah, but
the way they
it
do-
Them
doesn't
niggas
matter how
deep.
much of a fandom you are. We're not supposed to get to the point that we are getting we're disrespecting one another.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time. Whoever loses,
Yeah, of
loses.
course. 'Cause
I
the NFL don't pay us.
Bro, we went to the Buffalo game, that Thursday night football, and we was in the section of Buffalo. We was on the Buffalo sideline.
Shit.
Yeah, we was.
enemy territory.
No, not only
behind enemy
no,
line.
I was high fiving Buffalo. When I got there, I'm telling people behind me, we here to have a good time. Whatever. There was a dude in front of me with his girl. And me and Buddy, the only thing we didn't do was exchange numbers. We were balling out, and he was laughing. We're talking shit respectfully, and it was like, bro, he like, oh nah, so where I'm going next? Cause y'all trash.
Hey,
Cool.
Can I start switching the subject just a little bit?
Yeah.
Because I want to get something else, and we're getting close to it.
We almost
Just so
close to
everybody
the
knows,
end.
because everybody knows next weekend, getting back into college zone.
Ooh,
Miami,
the
FSU.
U.
And the worst part for me, is like, look,
The
VMP,
U.
VP, are you a
Boom,
fan?
boom.
Now, I am a Florida State fan. I have
U.
Y'all don't stand a chance. Y'all
Hold
don't
on.
stand a chance.
I have accepted.
Don't say nothing. Y'all don't stand a chance.
Hold on. I
Oh.
have accepted defeat. already.
No, don't do that.
I have because
don't do that.
I have seen that. But
Come into the building.
I have accepted that. I will like.
Yeah.
Am I gonna fight no one? Hell no. Not this.
Nah,
not this time.
man.
Not this
Nah,
time. Because
nah.
they ain't that personal for us. But I want everyone to know the VPNJ show is gonna be out there. We're not gonna be live because we're gonna be too live to be out there.
But I'm gonna
We're
tell
gonna
you what,
record a
though.
little bit here and there, and I want you to know the countdown for next week. I'm just going out there already, just a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit teaser trailer. Next week we're gonna be out there live at the FSU UM tailgate.
we gonna
I'm
tailgate heavy.
gonna tell you what. Since you want to transition that with that, I've been to both venues, right? Like I've been to both setups, and I've seen more fights in Dolphin games than in Hurricane games. You know what I'm saying? Like you now we're talking about adults
Yeah.
and
and
young adults.
college
Young
students,
adults.
yeah.
College, yeah.
Because, yeah, of course, you're going to have adults out there too in the
Right.
Hurricane game. Well, duh. But I'm just saying, like, you see more fights, even on TV. Like, you really see the shit on the news and
Well-
people getting, and Instagram. That shit that shit don't even happen in college. Like
Let me
that.
tell you
shit's
what. Well,
crazy.
let me tell you what.
Bro, it's crazy.
Let me tell you what. And I know this personally. Like, I went to Florida State for like a year or two.
Oh, John.
Yeah, I have never been to a UM. I've never been.
I fucked up.
No, not completely. No, not really. I was working.
No, I'm just saying the people.
Oh,
The people. Now you're
yeah,
not just
of
saying
course,
the
of course.
venue.
But over here, just so you know, I've never been to UM tailgate. You guys gonna pop the cherry over there for me? Never been
It's
to
on.
one. Never
It's
been to
on.
one. But at Florida State, I used to work security for the
So you
stadium.
didn't really get to
So I
see
was
the
down
games?
I was down there at the field sometimes.
Oh, yeah,
When it was
yeah,
a primetime game, I was at the field. My job was to make sure nobody getting in front of the cameras. I was throwing cheerleaders, horses. Sort renegade out of the way. Get the fuck out of the way for the ABC cameras and shit like
Oh,
that.
you was out there in the field, boy.
But the difference is the reason that you don't see fights like that is
Yeah.
because Miami has so many things going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you have so many sports, you have so many activities outside of sports that UM, even though it's big, there's so many other things going on. At Tallahassee, which is a college town,
Yeah.
all they have is that. When it comes down to that point, nigga, everything is about that. The seriousness,
You hear
the
the
problems,
bumping
all that shit. There
yeah,
are fights
bumping
over
that
there, all that
thumb.
shit. Yeah. I've had, like,
Yeah,
nigga, I put my
pain.
life on the line for Florida State and the Gators. They're like, you have to hold the line. What do you mean hold the line? And people try to break through to come into the stadium, and they told me to hold the gate. Nigga, like, I'm holding the gate for like 1 or 2 seconds. Then nigga finally go. I let that shit go. Like, nah, nigga. I'm not gonna fucking get trampled on over that shit. And I'm making $8.50 an hour back then, you know, at that time. But I know how serious it is. When you're in a college town, all you have is the college. So
They would have pushed you, would have fell, 100 people run over you.
But it's a
would've died.
college town. Like in Florida State, Tallahassee has nothing but Florida State. So it's gonna be way worse
Yeah.
than coming down here from Miami. Like, yeah, it's not gonna be that bad because not the Hurricanes, the Dolphins are major. You know what I mean? The Dolphins are the best thing down here. So UM comes in what, second or third? Probably third after the Heat. It was not the major thing. But over there, all we
Nah,
have
but it's coming back to that.
because of Cam Ward.
It's
Because of
coming
Cam Ward.
back,
Because of
yes.
Cam Ward. Because of Cam Ward.
That college.
Oh,
team
and you know what
looking
I've heard? Like I've
good.
seen like pre-mock drafts for this year, for next year.
Yeah.
And I've seen the way like they don't have the Dolphins doing good. They have Dolphins like number 7 pick.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Dolphins getting Shador Sanders from Colorado, Deion Sanders' son.
Yeah.
How would
We
you feel
heard-
about that shit?
We heard about that. I mean, okay, not bad.
I mean, he's
We
good.
gonna have
No, he's good.
and we gonna have Deion Sanders over here. 'Cause-
He's like they're not gonna. If they allow Deion Sanders to come over here, that's the worst mistake they could make. Nigga.
no,
That's
I'm not talking about he gonna be the quarterback. But I'm talking about
You don't want him over here because that's the father. He thinks he's prime time. You want him to get involved. He can continue
You think
coaching.
that there's a distraction right there?
100%. You imagine like you are a father to your son at like a little league game, whatever, or something like that, and you get too involved every time like something doesn't go right. Like, no, that was a
Nah,
foul
I
or personal
understand.
foul. You don't want to get involved in that shit.
But
You
I
too grown
heard
for all that shit.
when his son leave, he's gonna go.
Then,
That's what I
then he's
heard.
not going to get drafted high. I guarantee he's not going to get drafted high because no team, unless a team that's run right, will accept drafting a quarterback and allowing his
talking about prime
allowing his, I don't care
Should-
allowing
Shador
his father
Sanders?
Yeah,
allowing his
with the
father
Dolphins?
like if what he was saying is like, oh, I heard Deion's coming, like if they allow him to come,
No,
the
Deion-
Dolphins deserve to be
Deion
fucking
who?
trash.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah,
To come for what?
to come because his son got like drafted. I'm
I
like,
heard
hell
that
no,
whenever
hell no.
his son
Hell
leave,
no.
he's gonna go.
Hell no.
No.
I'm not
Hell
saying
no.
you're gonna coach. I'm just saying he's
no,
leaving.
you should
No,
not allow that. You
no,
should
no.
never allow that.
It's not, it's
Ah,
not even.
I'm
It's
just
not even.
saying.
It's not even that you
What
should
I
allow
heard.
it. No, the thing is, there's legacies, right? That need to be made, and at this point, him,
Yeah, his son.
Dion.
Deion?
At this point, he's building something because, of course, he came with a lot of shiny objects. So the first year, everybody, ignorant people, thinking they were gonna win it all. No, that shit doesn't work like that. This year they're better than last year. Next year they're gonna be better than the previous 2 years. That's just how it is. So for Shador, he needs to find his own legacy. You can't rock with your dad like that,
No, of course.
and
you
he'll
shouldn't.
be all right. He'll be all right.
But if you allow the dad to come over here and join your staff, what's he gonna do? Everyone's gonna want to talk to him, maybe even more than the head coach. Hey, what you think about your son not starting the season as a rookie? He's gonna talk some shit. You don't want that distraction on your team. You want some fucking structure. I would not allow Deion.
But you
to come to my
you also
team.
gotta understand that Dion knows that shit.
Does he
Dion
really?
know-
Does he
yeah,
really?
yeah.
I don't know. Really. I don't know about that. Shit. I don't know
Dion
about
knows that shit. He knows that shit. He praises his kids just enough, and he get away from that shit. He knows that shit.
Yeah.
He knows it. He knows it. He'll be all right. Shador need to go get that. Now I don't know
What?
when it'll be, but no, it is what it is, man. I appreciate the fact that you guys roll with us
Yes.
on a double up.
Yes.
Double up was it one? No, well,
That was one.
There was one with the pause.
Yeah, well, we
One
had to
with the
go pay
pause.
bills. You know what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. But y'all already know, man. Thank you.
Hey, but remember,
Thank you for
listen.
listening.
If y'all love
Don't
me,
do it. Don't
if,
do it.
If y'all love me, follow,
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
comment,
And like.
do a little something. 1 out of 3 ain't
Share.
bad. 1 out of
Matter
3
of
ain't
fact,
bad.
share.
Share. 1
Like,
out of
you
4
can
ain't bad. 1 out
subscribe
of
and
4 ain't
share.
bad.
Subscribe and share.
It could be on your. It could be on your non-pay weekend, or on your pay weekend because it's for free.
I see me meet.
So ain't no pressure.
That-
man.
And if you want to hire me for your kid's birthday party, come out there too. I'll talk some shit too. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
man.
Shit, it don't matter. I'll just be out there talking mad shit about anything.
Hey, thank you very
That's
much,
it.
though.
That's
man.
it. That's it. That's it.
Dale
Hey,
like.
the VPNJ show, we still coming live. It's only Thursday, like back in the day, like we used to do this a little bit earlier because of the storm. But we're still coming back. We might come back later on tonight.
Yeah, dale like and subscribe.
Dale like, subscribe. You know, it don't
Tell a
cost
friend.
much.
alguien,
But
mándaselo a alguien,
tell a
share.
friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Así
Tell a
mismo.
friend.
Mándaselo a alguien que sea. Like, subscribe y mándalo para adelante. Nos vemos. Thank you for listening.
Yee.